As part of monitoring, RockSolid will inspect the SQL Server Error Log and raise events whenever errors have occurred that are of interest to the DBAs. Now, in order to keep monitoring as efficient as possible, it is recommended that the error log on the SQL Server instance be kept to a minimal size so that on each occurrence of inspecting the error log, the minimal amount of I/O occurs. This is also useful when you manually inspect the SQL Server error log, as if it's cycled regularly, only recent events will be shown. RockSolid doesn't require any specific setting for cycling the error log. It will detect all issues or all errors in the error log regardless of the cycle setting. If you don't cycle it at all, RockSolid will monitor it as per normal, and if you cycle it regularly, RockSolid will also monitor the error log as normal. The difference being, if you cycle the error log regularly, the I/O impact of inspecting the SQL Server error log is reduced. RockSolid has functions built in to help you automatically cycle the SQL Server error log, and we're going to run through how to configure this now. To do the error log cycling for all instances being managed, you can put the settings on the instance group. So let's go into Manage Instance Groups. I'll choose my production instance group and then go to the Group Settings tab. The option to manage the SQL Server error log cycling is under the Instance Management tab. So here I can set this to on and then specify the number of error logs to be kept by SQL Server. The default is 6 and I'm happy with that. And then I can specify the maximum error log size. Whenever this maximum error log size is reached, then RockSolid will raise an event to cycle the SQL Server error log. So at the moment that's set to 1 meg. I might set this to more, around 5 megabytes. So I save those instance settings to commit the changes to my policy. Now, in order for RockSolid to carry out any automated change on an instance, if we go back into our group settings, the allow automated management and of course allow raise events and service requests, those 3 options must be enabled. But they're already enabled, so now my instance will raise events when that error log size is breached. Now by default, RockSolid doesn't automatically carry out service requests. Those service requests must be manually change approved before changes can be made in my environment. But as I trust RockSolid to automatically cycle the error log for me, I'm going to set up automatic approval for the cycling error log change. So to set the automated approval for that particular task, I go Service Requests, Manage Change Control. Now under Manage Change Control, I have the Auto Approve tab, and here I can say for my production group, for the task of cycle error log, I'm going to add an automated approval, and then I can save those changes. Now whenever an instance has a SQL Server error log with a size greater than 5 megs, RockSolid will automatically raise a change control to cycle that error log, and as that change control is auto approved, immediately that change control will be approved and RockSolid will carry out the change for me.